Everyone, doing a delayed review this week. Something came up in the morning and I couldn't do the video. Apologize for that, but we're here. Let's look at what happened and then we look at the outlook for the rest of the week as well. So first thing is recap and turning on the previous week, this week, August, the Q3 range. But let's look only at the weeklies for now. And last week we dropped. Got rejected at the half point for the week for both last week and the previous week and closed below it. This today we recapture it and looking to do like a hammer candle. What's the vol looking like today? Uh, it's okay, nothing spectacular. And we're getting close to the 20 MA, 50 MA combo as well, between 444 and 445. Basically, I'm expecting another rejection. I don't see us breaking out just yet, uh, although it can happen, obviously, but I think it's less likely to happen. And what I kind of was expecting for this week is another rejection, another move down that doesn't make a low, and maybe if everything goes okay on the next attempt, we break out and go higher. And I think we can go as high as 451.70, and that's kind of it. Like if we would have went down, a move up would have been quite bullish and expected to be like a couple of months bull phase afterwards. But since we didn't get the big enough correction, we're still in that risk area in which any move up is at risk of a larger reversal. And uh, I'm not confident without the larger correction, not confident that we will go much higher quickly. So basically, the top area is where I expect we will stop as well, like somewhere between. Let's do something like this: 451 and 456, 457, something like this. But given that this is the place where we originated the down move, even though we backtested it twice, and then this is where we started. I would expect this area to be resistance, and also because it's the midpoint of August. Let's close it out, and now we turn on the August range. So last week's stop is actually the August mid-range. I would expect we get rejected on the first attempt, actually the second attempt because first was last week, but we get another rejection, and even if it doesn't go this low, like even if we don't go this low, I still think we make a higher low. But the natural point where the higher low is made is the trend line. So this is kind of the bullish path, and then we will see. This is way too optimistic for like this should play out a lot faster. So let's say this week we get another push down like this, then we move up, we do this, and probably like around May 8th, September 8th is where we peak and then start going down again. I can draw it time accurate very well. Let's say like this, and then we start another leg down, and potentially because we start from higher, this time we don't go that low, and most likely just stop out at a retest of the lows here, something like this, and then we go in a bull phase again. But too early to tell. Again, when we reach the threshold line, we will be at risk of breaking down, like here, and maybe we actually get the breakdown I was hoping we would get last week, or thinking we would get last week after this signal candle. But we shall see when we get to it. For now, this kind of path I expect, and that's kind of it. So another rejection at the combo of the August mid, last week's high, and 50 slash 20 MA. We go down, we make a lower high, then go back up again and stop at around slightly below above 450. Then we get the OPEX pullback, which it's a quarter OPEX. It should be a large move. Uh, very high probability that we go back to 433. And then when we get to 443, there's the potential for a breakdown again, which would take us to the 406, 415 range, where we can make a stronger bottom. That's kind of it. Let's see. Let me turn on the Q3 range quickly. Yeah, seems legit. Like Q3 mid is right above here, so a fake out push. Then we go back down again and see what happens. Now let me explain the reasoning for this theory. It's mostly because we got a single day that got immediately rejected, and it got rejected with decent volume, even though it wasn't a very green day. I didn't in total, but the size of the candle was pretty large. 145, decently large, not excessive. So we got a push down, then we got a counter move with even higher volume. Even though we closed below the 50% line, I kind of expected today to be bullish, but not overly so. And now, even if I reverse this, and I give the examples of, for example, this, we get a counter move. Now, because we didn't get follow through on Friday, this mm, becomes a double attempt to go down that gets rejected. So we had first rejection, it tried to go up, and again it's inverted, so bear with me. We tried to go up, got rejected, tried to go up again, and got rejected while making a lower high. So this is now a bullish pattern, and the burden of control or pushing the price in the direction they want is now on bears. Uh, this move up, I think, is just more like a lack of bearish pressure, not necessarily bullish pressure. Bears are taking a breather, but I think they will do another attempt to push it down. Maybe they succeed, maybe they don't. It doesn't really matter. But the longer we stay without making new lows, uh, the higher the chance we break out instead of breaking down. So if we don't get a push down by Friday, and the push down has to make new lows, don't expect this to break down anymore. So I think we just start another leg up that could go as long as September OPEX. So I do it like this, but it could be something like, I don't know, this until around September, mid-September, and maybe even go a bit higher than this. It depends. But that's kind of the reasoning. So bears took control, but they gave it right back, and now they have to prove themselves again by pushing the price down and making new lows. If we don't make new lows, then bulls will once again push it up, and they're also running against the clock because as we near OPEX, the bullish flows disappear. But next week, all of next week, and until the 15th, potentially maybe around midweek. When is actually OPEX is, oh, it's on the 15th, but the expiration is on the 20th. So because the expiration is after OPEX, this might actually go until the 15th. We'll see. So they actually have to, bulls will have 2 weeks if we don't make new lows to push it up. And with 2 weeks, we can potentially even go make slightly new highs. We will see when we get to it. Yeah, that's kind of it. Let's look at a couple of other things. VIX breaking down, which supports the bullish case. VVIX breaking down, which supports the bullish case. Actually, we want this to go even lower when we get to this demand zone. I think we get to the next push down. So based on the VVIX, we should get another green day, and then we will get a red day because VVIX gets to the demand zone and it should push up. And VIX, I would assume we get to fill this gap here in this 14 14.5 area, and again it will find buyers in this area and we should push it down. So another day of down should be in the books. uh, gamma gamma is realized volatility, and we had a bit of a spike, but now it's looking quite weak. This is a hidden bearish divergence, and it should push us back down because this was higher highs and higher lows. This was equivalent highs. Oil, nothing out of the ordinary. Still think we get something similar to this. TLT might see another drop down to not on this wing up, so probably we move up. We test 96 and then we will see. DXI top of the range, higher, something like this. Yes. Getting close. HSI looked interesting today because it gapped up a lot and almost all the gains were faded back. It still closed green at 0.97, but this is not a bullish setup unless tomorrow we get something similar to SPY in which we get a large volume reversal. But I don't expect that Chinese equity should remain weak for a while longer. Yeah, nothing really out of the ordinary besides this. So likely another day of bullishness, and tomorrow we could see another reversal down. So keep in mind that tomorrow we could get the full move playing out like another push up, and at the same time we get rejected and close red. It can happen tomorrow during the full day, but I would expect another small gap up and another attempt to go higher that gets rejected at the combo of the MAs and the trend line and the horizontal level. That's it. Hope you guys have a good week. Bye bye.